significant issue for the traveling public. And so this is step one. And again, we hope there'll be compliance in the next 30 days. If not, we'll take additional steps with that.
Tonight, the Trump administration putting several western states on notice, accusing them of not enforcing trucking regulations and threatening to cut federal funding. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to West Coast Wrap. I'm Alex Savage. U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said today that 3 western states have failed to enforce English language requirements for truckers. These are rules that took effect back in June following an executive order by the president. Today, Secretary Duffy called out Washington, California, and New Mexico as part of this crackdown. As Fox 13's Alejandra Guzman reports tonight, this renewed pressure by the administration follows a deadly big rig crash that happened in Florida.
Jaw-dropping video of Harjinder Singh's illegal U-turn in Florida, killing 3, has exploded online, sparking debates over immigration, licensing, and public safety with just one short clip. The 28-year-old, an immigrant from India, now facing vehicular homicide charges. He obtained a commercial driver's license in 2 states, Washington and California. This is despite failing a road sign and English test, according to investigators. Federal authorities say Singh entered the country illegally in 2018 under the first Trump administration. Regulations prohibit those in the country illegally from getting a CDL. But there's been a lot of back and forth about Singh's status. California Governor Gavin Newsom's office posting on X saying the driver had a work permit, which confirms he met federal and state immigration requirements.
We've identified several states that have not been in compliance. That would be Washington, California, and New Mexico. Those are the three states that have not complied with this rule.
U.S. Department of Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy calling out our state Tuesday, along with California and New Mexico.
This is about keeping people safe on the road. Your families, your kids, your spouses, your loved ones, your friends, we all use the roadway. And we need to make sure that those who are driving big rigs, semis, can understand the road signs, that they've been well trained, and that when they're pulled over by law enforcement, they're stopped by law enforcement, or there's a crash and law enforcement responds, they can effectively communicate what they have on their rig.
Washington only has 30 days to comply with their requirements. That's making sure that commercial drivers speak and understand the English language or lose up to 100% of funding from the Motor Carrier Safety Assistance Program. Fox 13 has reached out to Attorney General Nick Brown's office, who says they're currently consulting with state agency clients. Alejandra Guzman, Fox 13 News.
And in response to that deadly crash that happened in Florida, the Trump administration has paused work visas for foreign truck drivers. We turn now to Southern California, where prosecutors today filed murder charges against the parents of a missing 7-month-old baby. Jake and Rebecca Haro both appeared in a Riverside County courtroom today. They're accused of killing their baby Emmanuel after claiming that he was kidnapped from a store parking lot nearly 2 weeks ago. The baby's body has not been found.
Limited information. All we have is a felony complaint at this point. We don't have police reports.
In addition to those murder charges, both parents were also charged with filing a false police report. The judge set bail today at $1 million for each defendant. The arraignment that was scheduled to happen today was continued until September 4th. Crews fighting Oregon's flat fire welcomed a shift in the weather today. Winds have calmed down, giving them a chance to boost containment up to 7%, up from 5%. This fire has burned nearly 22,000 acres northwest of Bend. 10 buildings, including 4 homes, have been destroyed here. Earlier today, first responders described their strategy to protect other homes that are still at risk.
We're going to have our crews working hand in hand with our wildland partners in and around all the structures. They're going to be limbing up trees and digging out all of the trees in the hot spots, making sure that we get water on those and we get 100% containment around each of those structures. And our goal today is to get up to 150 feet around each structure today.
Firefighters expect a return of gusty winds later this week, which will pose a challenge. The cause of this fire is still being investigated tonight. Well, the potential for lightning strikes has firefighters in California concerned. Today, they said that dry lightning could potentially complicate efforts to control fires that are burning in the central and northern parts of the state. The Garnett fire has grown another 1,000 acres just since this morning. It's charred nearly 9,000 acres total in the Sierra National Forest, and there's no containment on that fire tonight, with the cause still being investigated. Containment is growing on the Pickett fire in Napa County tonight. CAL FIRE says cooler weather has helped them to reach 21% containment. More than 2,000 firefighters in the air and on the ground are working around the clock to try to contain these flames. The Pickett fire has burned just over 6,800 acres, making it the largest wildfire in the Bay Area so far this year.
I got caught in it. I was driving home from a work event, and you literally just see this wall of dust.
I'd also say just the visibility. It was like it changed color, like the whole area, and then you could barely even see that far. So yeah, that was shocking to me for sure.
People all across the Phoenix area remembering what they went through last night and also assessing the damage after a wild round of severe weather. It was a mix of heavy rain, strong winds, and that massive dust storm you see right there. Those stunning images look like something out of a movie. Fox 10's Irene Snyder spent the day talking with people who are working to clean up after those unforgettable storms.
Waking up to storm damage was the reality for many living in the East Valley this morning.
This is one of the worst I've seen in a long time. It looked like a hurricane to me. I've never experienced a hurricane, but from what I've seen on TV, the eucalyptus trees were bending over, the palm trees were bending over. It looked crazy.
This area off East Warner Road and Arizona Avenue had trees uprooted.
We saw the wind whipping up. We saw the cloud, the dust cloud coming. And we thought, uh-oh, we better get our shade sails down over the pool, because that wind was so strong it absolutely would have torn them up. So we're out there, my wife and I, frantically trying to get the shade sails down, and that's when it really hit, and we saw shingles coming off someone's roof, hope it wasn't mine, splash down in the pool right next to us. So it was crazy.
We could see it coming, from more south. It was coming this way, and then it just started raining. We didn't actually hear the impact from the tree. The neighbor came.
This family had their car damaged when a tree fell on top of it.
That's my baby under there. That was my reaction. I was like, oh my God, look at my car.
And down the street off Ray and Jackson, this family had their backyard wall ripped to pieces.
The neighborhoods to come to tell us, oh, dear, look, check your backyard. Oh my God. So, can't believe it, the storm too many, the power to put out that.
Many agree it's one of the worst storms they've seen in a while. But sometimes they say a little rain can be nice.
I enjoy the morning after because it's absolutely gorgeous right now, other than having to clean up after it.
Irene Snyder, Fox News.
All right, thankfully, things are much calmer in Phoenix tonight. This is a live look at the downtown area and the valley tonight. People getting ready to see temperatures climb, though, over the next few days here in central Arizona. For more, let's bring in KTVU Chief Meteorologist Mark DeMaio, who is tracking the conditions all across the West. Mark, the remarkable thing about those monsoon storms is how the temperature can drop dramatically.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. In fact, even today, Phoenix just in the 90s. So I guess compared to all summer long, it's relatively cool out there. So, of course, we've been talking so much about that intense storm, the Haboob storm, that thunderstorm. You get the strong outflow winds, and you just see picking up all that dust, that big wall of dust, and producing the Haboob yesterday. As far as the radar imagery today, not nearly as much action compared to yesterday at this time. Here is the radar update in portions of Arizona. As we come in closer, these are all of the low visibility reports linked up with yesterday's event here. In fact, this one storm, this was this one report here reporting visibility less than 500 feet. So it was widespread. You can just see all the storm reports from yesterday. And as I mentioned, just some lingering clouds out there and some scattered showers. But look at that. Phoenix, every day we're saying it's 105, 110, 113 degrees. The high today, 97 degrees in Phoenix. In San Francisco, some sunshine over the bay. Temperatures warming up into the 70s. in San Francisco. And another warm day up in Seattle, 88 degrees. The heat advisory remains in place until 8 o'clock of this evening, so that'll be winding down as we do head into your Wednesday. Here's another look at this, the radar, the satellite, and the radar. You can see all the coverage here. The thunderstorms out toward parts of the Sierra, out toward Nevada, moving into New Mexico and portions of Colorado, and also into southern Oregon. Current numbers out there right now, it is 86 degrees in Las Vegas, so we're getting a break from that intense heat across parts of the West Coast. Reno right now checking in 63, but here's where the heat is really focused, the warm conditions, 85 to 89 degrees from Seattle and up toward Portland. Here's the plan for tomorrow. We're going to send in some more clouds in Seattle and the possibility of some scattered showers. For the Bay Area, some clouds in the morning with more sunshine into the afternoon hours, and tracking some more thunderstorms out in the Denver area for tomorrow. Here's the forecast models that you can see. That looks like the main action is kind of lifting up to the north, and as it does lift up to the north, we'll bring in some clouds up in Seattle, and there is that shower chance showing up here. Another round of some thunderstorms out toward portions of the Sierra for your Wednesday afternoon, and we'll have the fog out toward portions of the California coastline from San Francisco down toward Los Angeles with clearing skies into the afternoon hours. Here's the plan over the next few days. Seattle still close to 80 degrees, lots of cloud cover. San Francisco, a little bit of a drop off for Thursday and Friday. We keep an eye on those thunderstorms out toward Denver, and you can see Phoenix temperatures gradually trending back up into triple digit territory. Eventually by Friday could be 105 degrees.
All right, the heat creeping back in Arizona. Okay, Mark, thank you. Coming up tonight here on West Coast Wrap, the A's are planning to get a head start on playing baseball in Nevada, where they'll be playing 2 series before their new Las Vegas stadium is finished. Plus,
you ready? You're gonna come over the top. Yep. Here we go. Let's do it.
A police officer in Hawaii wasted no time getting an injured hiker to safety. Tonight, cameras capture his long walk with the hiker on his back. A's fans won't need to wait until a new ballpark is built to see their team play in Nevada. Today, the A's announced they'll play 6 regular season games next June at Las Vegas Ballpark, a minor league stadium in the Las Vegas area. The A's will play a 3-game series against the Brewers from the 8th to the 10th of June. Then they'll play another 3-game series against the Rockies from the 12th to the 14th. Las Vegas Ballpark is located in downtown Summerlin, about 13 miles west of the Strip, where the A's are now building a new stadium. Images posted to MLB's website show the venue has a capacity of nearly 8,200 fans. The team's new ballpark is not expected to be ready for fans until 2028. A Los Angeles family has filed a $1 million lawsuit against the Trump administration after they say ICE racially profiled and held their 15-year-old disabled son at gunpoint. Andrina Mejia says that she was in the car with her son outside of San Fernando High School earlier this month when at least 2 masked officers with guns pulled them out of the car, separated them, and handcuffed her son. DHS claims that officers believe the son was an MS-13 gang member. The family's attorneys say they're Mexican, not Salvadorian, and they have no relation to the person ICE was looking for.
We have here an army of occupation sent by Trump, and the results are civil rights violations, constitutional violations, racial profiling.
And DHS has 6 months to respond to the Mejia's claim. If not, their attorneys say they do plan to move ahead with a federal civil rights lawsuit. ICE officials hope a 2-day hiring event in Utah will pad their ranks. Next month's event in Provo will be similar to a career expo that ICE is holding today in Texas. ICE's Assistant Director of Enforcement Removal Operations says new recruits will get competitive salaries, lucrative hiring incentives, and have the opportunity to get involved in, quote, incredible public safety work.
As a deportation officer, the amount of things that you do in your day-to-day career is unparalleled in the world of law enforcement. From one day to the next, you could be out serving a warrant on an MS-13 murderer, and then the next day meeting the consulate general of a country. Right? The dynamics of being a deportation officer are so unique to this line of work.
Next month's Career Expo is set for the 15th and 16th at the Utah Valley Convention Center. Some sheriffs across the state of Utah have complained recently that ICE's recruitment efforts are luring away their deputies. A Utah judge has thrown out congressional maps that were passed by lawmakers. The judge sided with the League of Women Voters of Utah, Mormon Women for Ethical Government, and other groups who challenged the legislature's override of Proposition 4, which was a ballot initiative that created an independent redistricting commission to draw maps for Congress, legislature, and state school board.
Feel vindicated. We feel like the court has respected and understood the state constitution and has sent a very effective message to the legislature that the initiative process is something that needs to be respected and heeded and is the law of the land.
This case is expected to be brought to the Utah Supreme Court, which previously ruled against the legislature in a prior appeal. Now, in a joint statement, Senate President J. Stewart Adams and House Speaker Mike Schulz told Fox 13 News, while disappointed by the court's decision, we remain committed to protecting the voices of Utahns and upholding the legislature's state and federal constitutional authority to draw congressional districts. We will carefully review the ruling and consider our next steps. President Trump continues to broaden his global trade war with new threats that could affect Silicon Valley-based tech giants. Fox's Mike Emanuel has a breakdown of the new tariffs the president is considering.
We're taking a lot of money in from China because of the tariffs.
President Trump is opening up a new front in the trade war. On Monday night, he threatened new tariffs on countries that charge so-called digital service taxes. Those are fees on American companies providing digital services like internet to users overseas. The president writing in part, quote, America and American technology companies are neither the piggy bank nor the doormat of the world any longer. Show respect to America.
In terms of playing the cards, we have much bigger and better cards than they do.
President Trump says the digital service taxes discriminate against tech giants like Amazon and Google. And he's also threatening to add export restrictions on American chips and semiconductors. It comes just a day after the White House floated the idea of new tariffs on imported furniture. Administration officials say it's the best way to create new domestic manufacturing jobs.
They're going to give us money to build our infrastructure out in America. Those are the deals that Donald Trump made using his tariffs.
Meanwhile, more business leaders are reaching out to the White House for clarity on which tariffs will be coming next and when they'll end.
We're very optimistic that we'll work with the administration. Right now, it's a $2 billion headwind, and we want to get that down.
President Trump didn't announce a deadline for dropping digital service taxes on American companies, simply writing that it needs to end now. In Washington, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
Elon Musk's AI startup xAI is suing Bay Area-based Apple and OpenAI over artificial intelligence competition. xAI filed the antitrust lawsuit yesterday, which claims Apple and OpenAI are teaming up to fight off competition as the AI race evolves. Musk has been openly critical of OpenAI despite being one of its co-founders. The lawsuit also calls OpenAI a threat to humanity and says it's focusing on profits over public safety. Coming up tonight here on West Coast Wrap, an incredible rescue caught on camera in Hawaii. Tonight, the special recognition for a police officer who helped an injured hiker. Plus, Swifties taking notice of a fashion statement in Taylor Swift's engagement announcement that has everyone talking today. We'll break down the look that fans are hoping to get their hands on.
How we doing, brother?
Yeah, I was thinking I might need to take you up on that carry.
Let's do it. Come on. We'll make moves.
No worries.
Newly released body camera video shows a police officer rescuing an injured hiker in Hawaii. Kauai officer Matthew Vanaken found the man on the Kalala Trail back in July. The hiker was showing signs of severe muscle cramping and dehydration, so Officer Vanaken decided to carry him nearly a mile down steep terrain. Officials say the officer's composed attentiveness helped to ensure the hiker remained calm as they reached medical personnel.
I'm sorry for dripping sweat.
No, you're fine, dude. Don't worry about it. A little slippery around here, but not too bad.
Is that him? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Hey, we got him. He's here. He's carrying him. Just watch your step.
The
yeah?
Kauai Police Department awarded Officer Vanaken a Police Commendation Medal for his work during this rescue. It is one of the department's highest honors, certainly well deserved. Well, it is not a royal wedding, but it certainly has that kind of feel for a lot of people. Today, music superstar Taylor Swift and NFL player Travis Kelce announced they're engaged. The happy couple shared images from the proposal on Instagram. Swift commented on this joint post by writing, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." We talked with TMZ about how Swifties are focusing on more than just the engagement news with this post. The dress that Swift was wearing in this Instagram post sold out in just minutes.
Ralph Lauren, and apparently it is everyone, as soon as her fans, as you would imagine, they figured out what the dress was. They all ran to the Ralph Lauren site trying to buy it. Sold out. It's a $1,500 dress. So it's you're going to have to wait until Ralph Lauren makes some more of them, because it is completely sold out. I mean, less than half an hour after the announcement was up, I heard people in our newsroom going, "Oh, it's sold out."
And what else would you expect with Taylor Swift? So far, there's no word on a wedding date. The couple have been dating publicly for 2 years now. A Canadian man searched through tons of garbage to find his wife's lost wedding ring set. The ring slipped off Janine Eiseldick's finger when she was cleaning up a spilled bag of buttery popcorn that she had brought home from a movie theater. She didn't realize the rings were missing until the next day, and then the trash had already been picked up and taken to the dump near Vancouver, British Columbia. Her husband of 26 years headed to the landfill on a long-shot quest to try to track them down.
He said, "Let me try." I said, "Okay."
She basically broke down crying, cried all the way home, she said.
Well, yes, because I know how much he loves me, that he's willing to go through a rotten, stinky compost pile.
That is true love right there. A landfill worker helped out by using his excavator to move the waste around. Amazingly, within about an hour, the determined husband spotted both of those rings that were mixed in with the popcorn and other compost. All right, finally tonight, it is just about harvest time in California's wine country, and the annual Blessing of the Grapes took place today in Livermore, east of San Francisco. The ceremony was held at JMC Cellars. Local clergy members from various faiths asked for a good harvest and safety for those who work in the fields. This is a ritual that goes back for centuries in wine-producing countries around the world.
I really want to bless the reality that there's a lot of hands and a lot of work that goes into making wine become real. And certainly the grapes will be blessed, but we also bless the workers, the winemakers, the marketers, all of those folks who allow this product to be something that we get to enjoy.
And those taking part today say that wine is something that can bring people together from across all walks of life. That is certainly true, and here is to a wonderful harvest this year. That does it for West Coast Wrap tonight. We appreciate you watching, as always, and a quick reminder that you can keep up to date on all the big stories we're covering across the West at westcoastwrap.com. Have a great night.